You wake up in a house you helped build brick by brick, paycheck by paycheck. Your kids' laughter echoes down the hall. You kiss your wife's forehead like always, but today, something feels off. Before the day ends, everything shatters. She cheated, not just on you, on the story you both were writing, on the life you gave your soul to build. It's not just heartbreak, it's trauma, the kind that makes you question if anything was ever real. You weren't just a husband, you were the foundation, the one who sacrificed sleep, joy, and dreams just to keep everyone afloat. And now, you're standing in your own kitchen, feeling sad, like a stranger in a home that's no longer yours. You ask yourself, was I blind? Was I boring? Was I just a placeholder until someone better showed up? But you can't break, not fully, because your child still needs you. So you laugh through pain. You keep routines alive. You show up to school events while your insides collapse. You want to protect them from the truth, but how do you hide a bleeding heart? You wonder if your silence teaches strength or weakness. You wonder what kind of man they'll grow up to be when their example is a father faking peace through shattered ribs. And the worst part? They saw it. The screaming, the chaos, the emotional explosions. You tried to shield them, but sometimes anger kicked down the door before love could find its way back in. And now you carry the guilt. Not just for being betrayed, but for the trauma your kids now silently hold because of it. Some men don't make it out clean. Some fall into the bottle or drugs just to quiet the noise. Some start missing work. Some just stop caring. Because when you lose something so sacred, so pure, you start believing maybe nothing matters. And the suicidal thoughts? Yeah, they come, not because you want to die, but because part of you already did. The part that believed in love, the part that trusted, the part that thought family was forever. And some guys, they live at the gym now, not to feel strong but to feel something. They live to drown out the pain, punch the bag to silence the anger. They turn their body into armor, because everything else inside them feels too soft to survive. And then there's the car guys, blasting 130 on the freeway at 2 a.m. not to feel alive, but to let something inside die quieter. Music on max volume, or complete silence. Nothing but headlights, taillights, and that thick feeling in your throat you can't explain. Eyes glossy, jaw clenched, and sometimes just one tear escapes. Not rage, not panic, just release. When words don't work, the world blurs outside the window. It's not adrenaline. It's the only therapy session that doesn't ask you to talk. Just move. Just run. Just survive. Then there's the men who survive but come back. Different. You harden. You tell yourself love is weakness. You either start using women for pleasure and power. Success becomes your revenge. Money your new god. You chase youth and beauty because it's easier than chasing trust. You think, why love a woman when you can just own the room and have one on your arm? And some men, they start hating women altogether, not out loud, just in action. They use women or avoid them entirely. They think love is a lie, and if they ever get close to one again, it's just for the status, the pleasure, the control, smiling in front of their kids with a new girl on their arm, while inside, they're hollow, teaching their sons that success means trophies, not truth, and teaching their daughters that men are present, but never really there. But deep down, you know it's fake. The smile you show the world is stretched too thin. You tell your kids you're happy, but you're just a ghost now. You've traded real love for distractions. And the worst part? You still remember what it felt like to be loved without suspicion, to be held without an expiration date. That kind of love, you can't buy it. Not with money, not with success. And once it's gone, a part of you always aches for it. There's no reset button, just slow, painful healing. You start to rebuild, not to impress, but because your soul needs peace. You talk to God even when all you have are questions. You start therapy, or maybe you just sit with yourself for once. You stop trying to numb it and finally let it hit. You begin to forgive, not for her, but for you. because staying bitter just means she keeps the best parts of you hostage. You choose to heal because your child deserves to see what real strength looks like. Not a man who hides pain, but one who walks through it and still shows up with love. If you're that man, if your world fell apart and you're still trying to breathe, I see you. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're a man who gave his heart to something real. And even if she didn't protect it, that doesn't mean love isn't real. It just means the one you gave it to wasn't ready to receive it. Don't become what hurt you. Become who your child can look at someday and say, that's what a real man looks like.